Welcome, I'm Mike Broomhead, and we're having another conversation about the economy, about inflation, about what you can do to protect yourself. And anytime we have that conversation, we do it with Eric from SBC. So thanks for doing this again.
Well, thank you for having me.
Inflation, you called it, you predicted it, and we're kind of where you said we were going to be. But we're not seeing the increase in gold prices we've seen in the past. Is there an explanation for that?
There certainly is. One thing is, right now, I mean, globally, the U.S. dollar is definitely has one of the strongest indexes. It's basically what we like to say is that it is the cleanest dirty shirt in the laundry basket right now. So with that being said, that definitely holds gold prices down. But with other currencies, you'll see that trading out of that currency into gold, those prices could be much higher. Along with that, the other big thing is the gold market is been manipulated many times by bigger banks, by big market ETF trading funds and things of that nature, and people that are playing games with those markets. We just saw just recently a court case come out where we saw that it's not a conspiracy, it's absolutely true, and it happens quite regularly. So there is preventative measures to try to stop that from happening, but nonetheless, we definitely see that as part of it.
People think of bullion when they think of gold, and I was reading about volatility in the bullion market. Are there other options that are safer or a little bit easier for people?
Okay, well, gold bullion definitely has more volatility. Silver far more volatile than gold when it comes to the trends that you see over longer periods of time. But yes, there is another marketplace, and it's called investment-grade coins. And these are coins, primarily a lot of them are the pre-1933 coins. A lot of people don't know this, but we actually used gold and silver as actual currency back in the day. And those same types of coins that were used back then today are being used in a marketplace that is rare. It has a very good supply and demand entity to it, which has made it much more stable over the long term. And not only that, you don't see those peaks and valleys because it's a marketplace that's being driven by the public, and it takes physical purchasing and selling to actually make that move from one marketplace to the other, whereas though with ETF markets, it's just paper trading all day long, and that manipulates those markets. So definitely more of a people's market and a way for people to find great privacy and protection when it comes to those marketplaces.
So if there's someone out there hearing that saying, I would rather go the safe route or the one with less volatility, how do they learn more about investment-grade coins in the market?
I definitely think both routes are safe, but nonetheless, if they're looking for something that's different and something that is going to not give you those same stomach turns as the market corrects, what we've got is that we have a guide that can help explain this to them. It's got independent studies in it. It's called the Investment Grade Coin Guide, or the IGC Guide. And all they have to do is they can call or text us. If you do text us, go ahead and text the letters IGC, and we'd be happy to send you a link to the actual report. Or what we can also do is we can send it to you as a hard copy if you like reading it in that format. Also, if you really want to get a hold of us just to talk about these types of things, if you go to sbcgold.com, that's where you can go. Our chat site will pop right up, and you can get a hold of one of our consultants that can get you to the right advisor, and that's a great way of going about it as well. So a lot of different ways to see it. Or, of course, if you want to, just drop on by the office, and we'd be happy to take walk-ins as well.
You know, we've talked about this before about one size fits all, and it depends on where people are in their life, right? So it's not a one size fits all. Having an expert like you or people that work for you and their opinions really helps someone that is more of I would say amateur is the wrong word, but not an experienced investor, right?
Well, I never like to call myself an expert just because I've been doing this for nearly 20 years, so I like to call myself experienced.
Okay.
But along with that, one thing that I think that people should really know is through all the years that I've been doing this, one of the things that we find is that everyone's different, especially on their age. So, I mean, somebody that's investing in their 40s has a totally different mentality than somebody that's 85, and then everything in between. So trying to figure out what their personal situation is, that I think is what we do the best. You know, you talk to one of our advisors, they'll figure out who you are, what your goals are, and then try to show you what will fulfill the gap of what you need.
just one of the advantages to have an SBC right here in our community. They deal all over the country, all over the world, but you can actually go into the office if you're here in Arizona, have a conversation, reach out to them, and get peace of mind. So thanks again for coming down.
Thank you very much for having me.